Dr. Sabai, or should I call you Dad?
Abdul Rahim Sabai, son.
It's good to have you.
Well, thank you.
It's been a long time coming. I actually wanted to get you months ago, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it, and I just got blown away by how busy I was. But I'll tell you what, I am blown away that you're here now, and we're going to do this, and I hope you're excited.
I am extremely excited.
Okay, good. Because we have a humongous topic ahead of us that I'm really excited about.
I can't wait.
I'll tell you, one of the biggest learnings of running a supplement brand has been listening to the countless of people who have come through the doors who have just told me blatantly how bad of an experience they've had with Western medicine because of a belief that Western medicine, including pharmaceuticals here, is not out to make them healthier long term because that's simply bad for business. So let's talk about that.
That's a loaded question.
It is. And I know it's challenging, but I kind of want to peel back the layers because, let's start with this. How about introduce yourself and tell people why it is I actually wanted you with us today. Where do you sit in the spectrum?
I am a general surgeon by training. I do laparoscopy and robotic surgery. I do the whole complement of general surgery, which would include gallbladders, appendicitis, small bowel obstructions, hernias, etc. And currently, I'm the chair of one of the hospitals here on Long Island.
Excellent. So how is Western medicine practiced today from your lens? Is there a large enough effort being done to help people understand the roots of their health challenges, or are we just putting a Band-Aid on their symptoms that are acutely showing themselves when they come through the doors of a hospital?
Well, you'd have to agree. I mean, when it really works well, people are very happy about it. Mm-hmm. I think we've come a long way, and this has really, really gotten better and better. Anesthesia was a non-existent specialty 100 years ago. Now it's here. And I can't imagine doing surgery on any of my patients without any anesthetics. People would die from infections. That's currently a thing of the past. Mm-hmm. So there's clearly some progress, and there's clearly, some issues where we can't get them to where they need to be when they come and see us for, as a disease process. There are multiple challenges. I live in the sphere of Western medicine. I am involved with how to serve our communities at a hospital leadership level. Mm. And I'll tell you, this is a major topic for us day in and day out is while the patient is at the center of everything that we care about at the hospital, we are trying to ensure that the service is delivered adequately and appropriately with the right outcomes. So the intentions are very pure. And I know we don't get it right all the time, and so I understand sometimes people will be upset, and I feel that.
A lot of the arguments being made against Western medicine is this idea of let's stack against Western medicine holistic health, right? Any background in how do you understand holistic physicians, for example?
So my understanding is that these are individuals who may or may not have gone the traditional route of training, mm-hmm. And practicing with Western medicine, i.e. gone to medical school, went to residency, practiced within, a group or an institution or a system. But it could be people who actually apply to their practice natural remedies. Yeah. And that could be supplements. It could be, food-based interventions. But again, I think there's a combination. There's got to be a balance between both. Mm-hmm. Because either one can't live without the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the end, people will come in for cardiac catheterization if they have a blockage in their heart. Yeah. Holistic medicine will not repair that. Holistic medicine will not take care of a hernia that's stuck. Yeah. And life-threatening surgery will take care of that. So I think there's got to be a middle path. But again, patients are sort of stuck in the middle. They are not provided both options at the same time, and many people will tend to turn to a doctor, a hospital, and it may not always be holistic medicine first.
Yeah. So where's the complaint maybe coming from? They go through their Western route, they get on medications, they want to get off their medication, but every time they see their physician and with their declining health, they get slapped with more medication. It sounds reasonable. Western medicine is attacking me and feeding me pharmaceutical medications to make sure I never get off of them so that I'm always dependent on them. And if the contrary were true, they would give me non-pharmaceutical medications that don't have the dangerous side effects that they could be facing with those, so that I can live a healthier, fuller life. What would you say to that?
I think patients need to be provided both options, and with the right information, they can make the right decision for themselves. I'm obligated to give the options that work for my patients. They come to me for a professional opinion because I'm an expert in something. So, but I don't expect them to come and dictate on me that this is the procedure that they want, where I know that's not the right procedure. So I think they expect a level of expertise from me when they come to me. But from society as a whole, I think we need to provide people the options and the knowledge and the education so that they can make their own decisions and see what path they want to go. And if it's not medications, then what's the alternative? We need to provide them those alternatives.
What is Western medicine short on?
Patients want to have control. They want autonomy. They want to feel like they're a partner in the discussion. And in order for that to happen, we have to be properly equipped as physicians to lay out, the discussion and then provide the patient with enough information so that they can participate in that.
So like nutrition. Are physicians trained in nutrition as part of their medical school training?
Nope.
So the question becomes obvious. Why?
So nutrition is a piece of it, which we are not trained in medical school or in residencies. There are pathways that train physicians in this. But I agree. I mean, there needs to be a holistic approach to this. I think nutrition really can adequately prepare our bodies to fight diseases better. Medicine is currently taking the reactive approach. It's not always proactive. I think there's some communities and spheres now that are actually discussing how proactive medicine is actually the way to go as opposed to the reactive style that we've had in the past. We certainly want to pick up things as early as possible so we can address them early and so people can recover. But the preventive measures I think, is the best way to go about this, and nutrition is part of it. But nutrition is not entirely the responsibility of physicians. It's also the responsibility of society and individuals. I mean, I would, as you grew up, we never focused our nutritional lives on, fast foods. We cooked a lot at home.
Yeah.
I think people have a decision and they can do that, but there are social determinants that may limit the ability of people to buy the right food.
Yeah.
And then there are motivations in the market that would actually make fast food a lot more accessible, which may not be the right decision for people's nutrition. So there's a lot of factors here. You can't entirely unload it squarely on the medical community.
Yeah. And I get that. I think what I want to do is do a whole episode on what people wish was true about Western medicine and why because they're not finding those things and understanding why they exist in Western medicine, because in their own thought pattern, they believe it's obvious. It's obvious if I'm going to trust someone responsible for my health that I should assume they know every part, every domain of health that has to do with me, that would impact my health, from the smallest detail to the largest detail. And if they can't do that, then to the point of many people who've walked in through this business, quote unquote, are they scammers? Or maybe that's a little too aggressive. Are we expecting too much from physicians? And I think that's what it is I want to do our next episode on.
We need to understand that physicians have a skill set which is good, but it's not all encompassing.
Yeah.
I can't solve people's stress. I can't solve people's jobs challenges and their social determinants that may actually make them have to make choices in life, whether it's rent versus food, medication versus rent. I can't solve that as a physician. I'm not trained to do that. I would rather be used for my skill set. And I think that's how we should focus is when do you go to Western medicine?
Yeah.
And when do you go to the holistic approach? And when you do go to the holistic approach, is it multiple dollar signs? Are there people you can actually trust in that sphere? I mean, because I have a medical degree from a university.
Yeah.
That's trustworthy.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of this nutritional issues and stuff, there's a lot of stuff on social media that's coming out. It's really rooted in science.
Yeah.
And what is science? That means they've tried it in a safe environment and they followed the results.
Right.
So you can do that. You can practice whatever we've tried to do in medicine with medications and identify where the benefits are, where the risks, and do that with nutrition as well. And we're doing that currently. And so I think that's how we should do this, is that see how we can utilize both spheres, how we can make it accessible to the patient in a format that they can understand it and be able to actually make a decision, and ensure that they actually have the ability, and whether it's the monetary ability or the geographical availability of stuff, so they can actually take care of themselves. I can't take care of stress. That's a totally different thing, but we can probably offer solutions. Right? We can open up their mind to look at other stuff a bit more deeper. They can look at themselves like in a mirror and then identify what they can do.
Yeah, that's fair. I think this will make for a great episode too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the defensive here, but I'm not going to be on the defensive. We're going to work together and find a solution here, because you and I, we have to outlive our projected, what do you call, life expectancy.
Yeah.
And I understand my route is not entirely the right route, and maybe your route could be partially part of the answer, but not entirely it. And we'll see how we can mishmash it together.
100%. I'm really excited about this, Dr. Sabai.
Oh, Abdul Rahim Sabai, I'm equally excited.
This was so much fun.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
See you next time.